All right, fellas, here we go. So in this video, what we're gonna do is we're gonna be talking about Versace fragrances in particular. Okay, we're gonna be ranking my set of Versace fragrances that I own from the fragrance that is the least likely for me to wear. So it's not a matter of me not liking it, but it's just, hey, I wear this one least often. I see myself getting this least often, wearing it, reaching for it the least to the ones that I would most likely get. Okay, we're gonna rank them in that way. Now, just again, preface by saying all the fragrances mentioned today are still compliment pullers. I still like them all. I still recommend them all, but I'm going to describe what each one of these ones bring and which ones you guys would be more likely to go for based on these descriptions. Okay, so that's what you use this video for. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the list, and at number 5, we're going to be going with Versace the Dreamer. Now, again, still good fragrance, but here's the thing. So Versace the Dreamer is going to come at us with that Juniper, Tarragon, Iris, Lily, Flax, Blossom, and Amber. It's a very floral, fresh fragrance, okay? Now, the reason why I would put this where it is ranked is because, for one, it doesn't always fit, especially I'm in a warm weather city, so it's hot outside, and that floral freshness doesn't always bode well in those weather conditions. One, it's a little youthful, a little playful as well, you know, and I try to have things that are a little bit more masculine leaning more times than not, especially as my fragrance palette has evolved. And it being a cheapie, it's kind of one of those that I kind of can pull and reach for whenever I just am on the go. I need something rather than, ooh, I know this one's gonna leave an impression, okay? But that one's Versace Dreamer, but I would still recommend that one, especially for my young guys, so my teenagers, you know, guys who are still getting into fragrance, definitely get your hands on that one because it does still hold a purpose and people do still like it. It does still garner you compliments, so it's not a bad fragrance by any stretch of the mean. It's just for me, for the weather conditions that I find myself in, and the frequency and what I have available to me is one of those ones that I reach for the least often, all right? Okay. And the second one on the list is one I haven't mentioned a whole lot, and maybe this is not the best description because I'm almost out of it. I need to get another bottle of it, but this one here is called Versace Man Y.O. Fresh, okay? So just on that alone, this is where my bottle is at. So on his last legs there, probably gonna get the same bottle of it, but at the same time, the reason why it's ranked where it is at number 4 is because, one, I feel like there are other freshies out there that are better, especially as I've started to lean towards acquiring fresh and clean fragrances. You know, you find a lot of ones that you like. You know, it's not even so much as better as there is just things that smell similar. It doesn't stick out for me. But Mano Fresh is gonna come at you with that lemon, bergamot, star fruit, which is a different note that you don't find in every fragrance. Then you're gonna have that cardamom, you're gonna have cedarwood, you're gonna have sage and pepper, then you're gonna have that musk in the base. So a very citrusy, aromatic, woodsy, and sort of ozonic fragrance as well from all the notes. It is nice, it is good, it is appropriate for the summertime. You know, it's definitely a nice summer scent. It's gonna smell like somebody who's fresh and clean, but at the same time, there are a lot of fresh and clean fragrances out there that you can reach for, which is why it lands where it lands on the list, all right? Now, number 3. This one is another freshie, but it has a little bit more common pulling factor. It's a little bit more masculine for me because of its woodsiness as well as the musk. But this one lands at 3 because it is kind of, it's mid-tier. It lands right there in the middle as far as not the greatest, but still really good. This one has a little bit better projection and a little bit better longevity too. Okay, this one is called Versace Parom, all right? Versace Parom. So Versace Parom is gonna come at us with lemon, bergamot, rose. Gonna come at us with some cedar, sage, geranium. You got tonka bean, amber, and musk in the base. Okay, so really citrusy, really floral from the neroli, from the rose, from the high, and from the sage, and then from the geranium. So you're gonna get your floral notes, but you're gonna get your citrus from the lemon and bergamot. You're gonna get your woods and aromatic touch from the tonka bean, the musk, and the amber. Okay, so. But simply, really nice, fresh and clean fragrance. Smells like fresh laundry detergent, like fresh, clean clothes. Nice gym fragrance, nice compliment pulling factor, nice masculine factor with the musk and the cedar, okay? But their fragrances, first off, I'm a person who likes more aromatic fragrances, which is why these next few are a little bit more, you know, hitting home to me. But this one for a freshie is definitely really good, okay? All right. At number 2, one I recently just got back into the collection, one I really like a lot. I hadn't worn it as much because I got a little older, and so I started getting my hands on more niche fragrances, more higher tier designer fragrances. But this is still one I find myself going back to from the brand of Versace. This is why I had to get my second bottle of this John, and this one is called Versace Dylan Blue. Okay, now Versace Dylan Blue is first off going to come at us with some bergamot, watery nose, grapefruit, fig leaf. Then it's gonna have black pepper. It's gonna have patchouli and violet, ambroxan. I love when fragrances have ambroxan because this one definitely, from a projection standpoint, is a projection beast. Definitely from the red notes is really good. You're gonna have incense, musk, and tonka bean and saffron in the base. Okay, so a really nice array of citrus, water, florals, aromatic notes. You're gonna have some woods. You're gonna have some spice. So, and with the musk, it does add a level of masculinity to it. See, a lot of people think that this fragrance can be a little too youthful, a little too playful, and I would tend to be in the camp that says that this is a great graduating fragrance, right? Where it's not so playful, it's not so youthful, it's not so boisterous. It is got that aromatic touch and it is a little sweet, which for me I like, but I can understand where some people may say, it's a little too bubblegummy, right? But with the musk and with the black pepper, I still see dudes in their 20s wearing it. I still see guys my age and even older wearing it. I mean, I think it's still a good fragrance. The only thing is it has become, for me, a little bit too mass pleasing, right? It's a little too common. So in terms of having the uniqueness, right, that's more so what would kind of gear me away from it, is that, you know, a lot of people have their hands on Dylan Blue, young, older, my age. So from that accord, I would say if you're wanting something unique, you probably aren't going to want to go with Dylan Blue. But if you're somebody who's still getting into fragrance and you want something that is just appropriate for school, for work, you know, and you're still new to the whole game, this would be a really good fragrance for you to start your fragrance collection off with. All right. All right. Last one. I'm not gonna lie to you. We got a tie for first place. It's a tie, and I regret nothing in saying it. But our tie for first place is gonna be both Versace Eros and Versace Eros Flame. Okay, both Versace Eroses, because at the end of the day, to each his own as far as which one you're gonna go with. But both Eroses are gonna be bangers and fire and the best Versace fragrances from the line. Okay, so from Eros, EDT, EDP, and from the blue bottle, you're gonna have that mint, you're gonna have that apple, that lavender, that tonka bean, and vanilla in this fragrance. And then from the Eros Flame, you're gonna have a little bit different characters. You're gonna have that Eros DNA, but it's more so mandarin orange. You're gonna have the Madagascar pepper. You're gonna have some rosemary. You're gonna have pepperwood. And you're gonna have sandalwood. So this one's gonna be a little bit spicier than Eros. So if you like Eros, right? If you like that bubblegummy sweet projecting DNA, if you like those aromatic fragrances, you're gonna love this. If you think Eros is a little bit too youthful, a little bit too feminine, and you want a little spicier, you want a little bit more, you know, bold, a little bit more masculine, then you're gonna like Eros Flame. I say get both of them, try them out, because everybody's skin is gonna react differently. Everybody's reaction to the public is gonna be different. So I say get either or both if you can, and see which one bows you the most confidence, because both of them are compliment pulling beasts. They give me just as much as one or the other, right? So that's that. But at the end of the day, that's our ranking, guys. So number 5, we got Versace the Dreamer. Number 4, we got Versace Man Wild Fresh. Number 3, we got Versace Poron. Number 2, Versace Dylan Blue. And at the top of first place, we're gonna come at you with Versace Eros, Versace Eros Flame, all right? Versace, guys, is one of the best designer fragrance brands out there. I really love Versace fragrances. They have a wide array, so they got your fresh fragrances, they got your aromatic fragrances, then they got their versatile ones. At the end of the day, you can't go wrong with them for the price, for the units, for the longevity, for the scent quality. Really, really nice fragrance brand, really good work. And they're coming out with more fragrances. I heard that they're just dropping a new Eros, you know, a new flanker, so that's gonna be coming. I'm gonna bring y'all the first impression on that too when I get my hands on it, so stay tuned for that. I appreciate you guys all for supporting me, and all you guys who continue to tap in and rock with the Fragrance Mentor. Bring y'all more content. Make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe. It's free. And then make sure to comment in the video suggestions you want me to do. Make sure to share the page and the videos with the fellow frag heads in the community, and keep on building the family up. Catch y'all in the next one. Much love.